Hello everyone, Ramadan Kareem. Welcome to the first episode of the Lovin Riyadh Show, where we'll be discussing the latest news and happenings from the last week in Riyadh. I'm Rama.
And I'm Sarah, and I'm very excited for this, for our new show, Lovin Riyadh. And I hope that you are also excited. What about you, Rama? Are you excited?
I'm very excited to be starting, and we hope you're having a lovely start to Ramadan. I think everyone's feeling very peaceful and in the Ramadan spirit right now, which is great. Today we'll be discussing a bunch of topics that went on in the last week, starting from Saudi Flag Day, which was on Monday.
And our second topic is going to be about the TikToker who revealed some of the best reasons to move to Saudi.
We'll also be talking about the rain and thunderstorm forecast that was sweeping the kingdom.
And the fast progression of the Green Riyadh project.
We'll start with our first topic, which is Saudi Flag Day that took place on Monday of last week. Which is funny because it was also the first day of Ramadan, so it's interesting how that coincided. It was a very celebratory day, I feel like. So Saudi Flag Day, which is March 11, was actually the day when King Abdulaziz first approved it in 1937. And there are some really interesting facts about this historically significant flag, actually, and some of them I didn't even know. One thing is that the flag itself has been reimagined 4 times over the course of history, which I personally didn't know, and I'm sure, I don't know if you knew this either.
Nope, I didn't.
So the original versions had a white stripe on the side, which was there from like 1932 to 1938, and the sword was also more curved at the bottom. It's crazy to think about because this is the only flag we've ever known.
Yeah, the green one.
Yeah, the way that it is now. So you wouldn't think that it looked different for a while or that it looked like, you know,
I thought
the
it
other
was
flags.
like that since, you know.
Me too, I thought it was
Yeah.
always like that. Another interesting thing about the Saudi flag is, like I said now, it's actually one of a kind because it's the only flag in the world that has an inscription on the flag itself that is its main design. And this also makes it super unique because the flag itself, the inscription is religiously significant.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's never been lowered to half mast, even in a mourning period.
What does half mast mean?
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, maybe you don't know either, it's when the flag is lowered to half of the pole when there's like a significant death or like a mourning period.
So out of respect to the
to the deceased, they lower it to half of the pole. But I guess in the case of Saudi, it would actually be more disrespectful to lower it because of the religious text. You know, it should be kept up and, you know, respected at all times.
Yeah, because Allah's name is mentioned in the flag.
Yes, exactly. So it actually speaks to how, I don't know, like respectful Saudi is in all senses, really, especially in religion.
Yeah.
How much we respect it.
And also I think the green color, you know, the just solid green is to resemble unity, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And the peacefulness with the white color of the text.
And it's become part of Saudi's identity that, you know, the green and white, it's become what we were known for.
Yeah.
I love that we're celebrating the history of Saudi with things like Flag Day and Founding Day.
Yeah.
Because our history is so unique and so fascinating. Yeah. So it's nice that we have days that bring this into light so that we can learn more about it.
And celebrate the country in general.
Yeah, and the culture and, you know, the things that got us here.
Yeah.
Like Flag Day.
Where we were and what have we become.
What have we become?
Am I right?
Exactly.
Since we're on the topic of, you know, Founding Day and the flag and all that, but let's talk about the TikToker who revealed some of the most important, some of the best reasons to move to Saudi. If you know, Saudi Arabia recently has been one of the most visited places the past few years because of many reasons, of course.
True.
You know,
it's become very touristic.
Yeah, now. It's because how many countries have you seen just give you that beautiful blend of culture and urbanism and, you know, the modern
mixed with history as well.
It's just beautiful. It just creates a very beautiful combination. And some of these TikTokers, I'm sorry in advance if I butcher any of these pronunciations, I'm sorry. But at Dali and Gigi Naom and Demelia _S Demelia _ and Vlad Pokolo.
The names are hard because their usernames on TikTok, they're usually very hard to pronounce. So
Yeah, and some of the reasons that they say that, you know, there was this Gigi at DJ New. She made an interview on TikTok. If you check out her account, you'll see it. But she made this interview, and she was asking them what is the best reason? No, why do you like Saudi Arabia? What, you know, something like that. And a lot of people mentioned shawarma as just one of these categories, and I think shawarma really does deserve that, you know.
it does. The Saudi shawarma especially is like very great.
Yeah, it is
as well.
It is. It's very beautiful, especially in some restaurants. I don't like Mama Noura. Yeah.
So did they mention Mama Noura, or was it about shawarma in general?
Yeah, this Vlad Pakola just had, you know, this thing on TikTok when you just scroll through the pictures. He mentioned Mama Noura as like a specific category.
It's become a classic, I guess, in Riyadh.
It is. And better shawarma as well. I'm sorry if we're making you hungry with this topic.
Yes,
you
it's
know?
Ramadan, we're all fasting.
Another
Talking about
reason.
shawarma.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm, you know. And another reason to moving to Saudi Arabia is how safe Saudi Arabia is, you know.
That is true.
Say, if you just Google any country right now, you'll see how severe things and bad things are happening all over the world. But Saudi Arabia is considered one of the safest countries, you know?
Especially, I think, for a woman as well.
Exactly.
Like walking alone at night. I personally don't really feel any negativity about walking alone at night.
Yeah.
As opposed to if you're in another country, you fear even walking alone in the morning, to be honest, because you never know what could happen. But here, you don't really think about it. It's not a concern, really.
You can even leave your car unlocked and nothing might happen. And if you go to a cafe or a gym or anything, you'd see people randomly leaving their stuff on tables.
Like in a cafe, I always see people leaving their laptops. I even leave my laptop all the time, or my bag or something.
That's the thing. You can't do that in other countries. They
Yeah.
would just snatch your stuff. You know, another reason are the symbol of Saudi Arabia that a lot of people think, which is camels.
Yes, I love camels, and I think it's a great thing about Saudi. And actually, when I was in school and we used to travel somewhere else, people would always say like, "Oh, you live in Saudi? Do you go to school
You
on
mean
a camel?"
travel abroad?
Yeah, like travel abroad. They'd say, "Oh, do you go to school on a camel?" And it would be annoying at the time because obviously not. We are a very civilized country.
Yeah.
But why not? Because camels are so cute. Have you ever seen a camel smile? They're very cute.
No, I didn't even know they have the ability to do that.
They're just always smiling. They seem like very happy animals. So I wish we did see more camels around Saudi as people perceive,
Actually, there is a place here in Saudi that, it's a memory for a lot of us that you go to this, like it's like a desert. I don't remember what's it called, but your father takes you there and then you milk the camels and you drink it straight out of the...
Really, I've never done that actually.
It's so cool. You should try it one day.
They say camel's milk is very nutritious.
It is.
It's very heavy.
And it's also very good for your gut. I'm not a doctor, but if you know, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It seems like it would be. So speaking of the desert and the camels, we have a little weather forecast for you. It seems that the forecast is bringing us a cooler and rainier Ramadan this week, and not just in Riyadh, but also in a bunch of cities around Saudi. So starting in Riyadh, and then it'll go all the way to the eastern province and to Medina as well. They're expecting light rain in parts of Riyadh, like Dir'iyya. But in other parts of the kingdom, like Medina, they're gonna possibly get some thunderstorms. So it's a little bit more intense outside of Riyadh, which is good because, it would be great if we got a little bit of rain to start off our Ramadan. And it would be nice, like, as a contrast to the usual dryness that we get here.
Which dries out your hair, your nails,
your skin, everything. Even in, like, the cold weather, you feel like it's a bit dry.
Yeah, we have a very cold... a very dry
cold.
winter.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also nice to have a little bit of rain because, we get so many sandstorms in Riyadh and dust as well.
We don't get as much sandstorm.
as much as you used to.
Yeah.
Because they also actually held the first international dust and sandstorm conference in Riyadh recently. I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So they're trying to decrease the effects of
The
sandstorms because obviously they're very unhealthy for anyone.
Yeah.
And they're also not good for the economy and a bunch of different reasons. So yeah.
It has decreased so much. If any of y'all remember, years ago there was this storm, like a very bad sandstorm. It was called the ghost sandstorm.
Oh really?
Like that.
They had a name for it.
Al-Shabah.
Oh,
in
wow.
Arabic, yeah. Because like everything was like, when we woke up, it's like yellow and then suddenly it turned orange. And like at the afternoon, something like that, it went red and then for a second
like
it went black. Pitch
oh wow,
black.
That's a little scary.
Yeah, but it only lasted for a couple of seconds, but it was frightening that the sun was out and then suddenly everything's just black. You know, that's crazy.
So do people stay home when there's a sandstorm like this?
You should stay home.
Yeah.
You should stay home. Stay put, stay home, because it's not safe for you out there.
So it even disrupts your everyday life when
does.
there's a sandstorm like this. So it's great that they're trying to reduce it and, you know, hopefully, I don't know if we'll never get sandstorms again, but hopefully it'll be much less like it is now. So we hope we will get some rain this week. You know, it'll be nice.
Less storms and more rains. Let's get it.
Be great to have some rain.
So, since we're on the topic of the environment and the weather and all these things, did you know that all these sandstorms and all these things are not natural? It's not supposed to be that extreme. It's because of the global warming and
pollution.
Pollution, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Saudi Arabia has been one of the most ambitious countries with the projects that they have been working on, like NEOM, for example. This is one of the best, most ambitious sustainability projects.
They're really doing a lot with sustainability over there.
And one of the most simplest, just a tad bit thing that is, you know,
making the difference.
Yeah. No, I have to mention something before that. Did you know that one of the ways to create better oxygen and, you know, improve the weather and lower the heat, the heat waves are crazy, you know, these days. You can even fry an egg on the sidewalk.
I've seen that a lot, actually.
Yeah,
it's crazy that you can do that on the sidewalk. It shouldn't be like that.
It's because of how hot the weather is, you know.
Yeah.
You can't even leave food outside, you know. You need, you know, it's crazy.
10 minutes and it's uneatable.
Exactly. So, the Saudi Arabia has been working on one of the simplest projects that is working towards the goal, which is improving the quality of the air and even the atmosphere of Riyadh, because trees make everything better. If you saw the movie Lorax, do you know it?
Yes, I do know it.
Exactly. So when you watch that and you think about this Green Riyadh project, I think it's very similar to have a lot of trees everywhere.
That movie really makes me think about the significance of trees. You know, we all know it, but it's interesting to see how significant they are. I think Riyadh is proving that with the Green Riyadh project.
And this project focuses on planting trees everywhere, you know, all around the city. And no, not randomly, just, you know, you walk in and you see a tree. No, they're planning to make about 330 gardens, not the ones you have at home now. I mean the gardens around the neighborhoods, you know.
Like parks and things like that.
But there are also parks like the Al Salam Park, which is a very big park with a lot of beautiful scenery, you know. I once went there and that looked like an actual drawing. It's if you look up pictures of Al Salam Park, it's so beautiful. Like trees there is amazing.
It's nice to see some really like green parks, you know, and we don't really get much of that in Saudi. So I'm glad they're doing something about it.
Yeah,
going to a park and just sitting in nature is one of the nicest things.
Exactly.
So it'll be nice to get to do that here now.
Yep. And also they're working on a new project which is Al Uruba Park. And that thing is huge. I'm talking about a whopping 754,000 meters with over 600 trees and shrubs covering like 65% of the area. Like imagine just walking in this beautiful, you know, greenery. It's amazing. And other features also. I'm not just gonna, you know, throw in some shrubs and some trees. No, there's also
there'll be entertainment and things like
entertainments, and there's also the permanent water features. Just beautiful. If also you go to the Roshan, I don't remember the name of it.
The Roshan. Is it the park?
No, it's the something Roshan. You know, I don't remember the name of it right now. I can't recall it. But when you see water anywhere, you know, with greenery, it's just
it's very relaxing.
Exactly.
You feel very peaceful when you're looking at like a body of water and surrounded by greenery as well. It's very good for your mentality as well. And I'm sure that park itself, with all the trees they're planting, is already going to help the environment so much in Riyadh, like that alone by itself. But adding on all the other projects that they have, I think it's going to help make Riyadh much more eco-friendly and sustainable.
Eco-friendly, and it's going to lower the heat. So
lower the heat and the effect of global warming as well.
Exactly. And also it's going to be, it will feature the Laysan Valley. It's like a, you know, and a 14-kilometer walking trail. Just imagine walking there, you know, having a nice walk with your friends, your family,
in the morning,
your partner, whatever. It's just beautiful. And that, our friends, is how we conclude the episode for today. And I hope you really liked it. And we want to hear more about your opinion of how, you know, if there are common topics that you want us to cover. Tell us in the comments.
And whatever you're doing during the weekend, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. We'd love to have some ideas of where to go as well in Riyadh as someone who's new.
Especially Rama, because she's new.
Because I'm new here. But thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next week. So stay tuned.
Bye.